So I want to show you something. I don't know that you've ever seen one of these before. I want you to look closely at it. See, it's a piece of cloth. It's got an inside and outside, and it's got these little stretchy things. It's called a mask. And if you put it on like this, see how you put it on like that? It's really quite something. Some people would say this is an improvement. I don't know that it's necessarily an improvement. Um, uh, but, we all doing our part to make America beautiful. Um, but these masks that we've been wearing, I think we're going to get quite familiar with them. I think they're going to be around for a long time. There's This mask is made out of cloth. Some of them are made out of different kinds of paper or a special treated substance. Some people have those face shield things. But really, there are two different types of masks. And it doesn't have so much to do with what it's made out of. It has to do with why the person is putting them on. How can there be two different masks? And I think the difference between the masks makes all the difference. We were told, we were told it's important to wear a mask to protect yourself. That you, you don't want to breathe in germs. You want to, if you're going to go out, if you're going to be near people, you need a mask because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get this horrible disease. And many people wore masks. But an interesting thing about this mask, now there are some, like the N95 mask, it's made a different way so that when you inhale, it's like, it's really hard. And when you blow out, it blows out easy. It's kind of like a reverse kind of a mask. But these masks don't protect the person who wears it very much at all. What they really do is they take all that spray that's coming out of us that we don't see, and it goes right into here in the middle part, and it cuts down the spraying that goes out so that rather than needing to having spray go out very many feet, it's measured instead with inches. But the air that's around you still comes in. In this mask, it comes in through here and here and here and here and on the sides like that. And it's not really filtered air. And it's the air with all those little droplets. This doesn't protect you very much. And so people say, well, whether I wear a mask, it's my personal choice whether I want to be protected or not. It's up to me. And we're a country of freedom, individual freedoms. And if I don't want to wear a seatbelt, I don't have to wear a seatbelt. It's protecting me. But this isn't like that. You wear this to protect other people. There were some countries where they did not say wear a mask to protect yourself. They said instead, we're a country that cares about each other. And if you want to show that you care about other people, if you want to be a patriot that cares about the other people in your country, you will wear a mask to protect them. It's not to protect you. It's because you're going to be a real patriotic person, and people will see that you are a caring person. Wow. Now, what's the upshot of that? Here in America, when we say it's there to protect yourself, you get a whole bunch of people that say, who are you to tell me what to do? I don't want to have to protect myself. And they don't wear them. But if it's taken a whole different way, looked at a whole different way, and it's, you can care for others. Look at all the heroes that are wearing masks. That's a whole different take. Same mask, whole different way. And do you know the countries that said wear masks to protect others are doing a whole lot better than we are. We're doing about the worst. Do you know, if you had read this week's Haftarah, you would have gotten that same concept. The Haftarah, it's in the book of Isaiah, and it's one of these Haftarot just before Tisha B'Av, where God, through Isaiah, tells us we're doing stuff wrong and we need to fix it, and points out how to fix it. Tisha B'Av, remember, that's that holiday where lots of horrible things have happened, and we're punished for it. It's like the low point of the year. After Tisha B'Av, God, well, beforehand, we're saying you sin. Tisha B'Av, that's the lowest point. And it's a day where you don't eat food. And it's coming up in a few days. And then for the other ones, God, between now and the high holidays, God says, I welcome you back. We're not quite there yet. We're still at the messing up stage. So this Torah portion, Isaiah, God through Isaiah says, you guys are going through a horrible plague that is afflicting everybody's head and their bodies and their minds. It's afflicting all of you. And you need to get healed. And at the time of Isaiah, we had a temple, and one of the ways that we approached God was by bringing things to the temple, big things, and killing them and having the smoke go up and hooray, look at who brought the biggest thing. It was a time where individuals were kind of flattered and who could bring the biggest one. Well, Isaiah spends the time saying, well, just listen, I'll read it to you. He talks about those, he says, what do I have any need from your sacrifices? I am filled up with the burnt offerings of your rams and fatlings and bulls, and I have no delight at all if you bring me more lambs or goats. You come before me, but you ask things of me, but you trample justice. He says, all of these fancy things that you do, the new moons and the fixed seasons, they've become a burden to me. I can't stand to listen to them. Even when you pray, I won't listen as long as your hands are so dirty. They're stained with crime. And the crime that's being talked about is really egotism, putting down those that are different than you are. You'll hear about what we're supposed to do to help it, and you'll understand what the crime is. But God, through Isaiah, says, wash yourselves clean. Put your evil doings away from my sight. Cease to do evil. Learn to do good. Devote yourselves to justice. And these are the great lines here from Isaiah. Put on that mask not for you. Don't show us how brave you are going into the world without a mask, saying, look, I can take it. I can do it without a mask. It's not about me. What a hero I am. No, that's not it. Instead, this is what we need to do. We need to aid people who have been wronged. Wow. Do you know anyone in America that's been wronged? Do you know any groups of people that have been wronged? If we want to get rid of the plague, that's what God through Isaiah is telling us to do. Look, has there been someone who's been wronged? We need to come to their aid. That's what makes the plague go away. We need to uphold the rights of the orphan, people that don't have a home. An orphan doesn't have mom or dad or a home. Uphold their rights. Do we have any homeless? We don't have any homeless in America, do we? This must not be speaking to us. And defend the cause of the widow. Someone who has lost something in their life. Do you know someone who's lost someone in their life? We need to stand up for their causes, people that are so easily ignored. Come, let us reach an understanding. Your sins might be crimson red, but they can turn snow white. Only then will the plague come to an end. So I wish we had been told early on that masks are a sign of how much you care about others. Say mask. And I wish we were told these are the real Americans, the one who wear a mask. These are the real Americans. Because I think a lot of lives would have been saved. And I think we should have been told there's something not going on right here. And even though Connecticut is better than some other states, it's not about we're better than you are. We're all in this together and we are all hurting. Someone should have said, my health, it might be important for me, but I've got to look out for everyone else's health too. I've got to care about everyone else. And interestingly, in a plague, if no one else has the disease, you're never going to get it. If you turn your back and let everyone else get it, there's a much greater chance it's going to come back to you. Our salvation is when we care about others and when we frame the solution in those terms. How are we going to care for others? Who are the heroes? Who are the people that aren't, saying that they're the heroes? The quieter people sometimes. Sometimes it's the ones that stand up for the rights of those who have been trampled upon. That's what will put an end to this plague. These words from Isaiah, wow, it's like they were written 10 minutes ago. It's like they were not 3,000 years ago, like right now. It's like they were written right now for today. They really, really ring true. So I hope you get to know your new friend, the mask. And I hope that you tell people that that's a symbol not of protecting you, but it's a symbol of kindness. It's a symbol of caring. It's a symbol of patriotism. And it's kind of what God is hinting at. And if you view it that way, I think you'll view a lot of other things in a whole different light. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, but I sure hope it gets better soon. With that, over to you, our president, Michael Scott, to share a couple of words.
Thank you, Rabbi. Good Shabbos, everyone. I'm trying to think what I've got to report on this week. The task force has been doing a lot of work and looking at different ways for us to continue to gather. We should have some updated information early next week on what we're looking to do next. We have a lot of things that we're planning, a lot of things that we're looking to be able to safely gather for those that are comfortable. And again, more information will be coming from the task force in the next couple of weeks, the next week or so. With that, if anyone needs anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, any members of the board, the rabbi, or the cantor, and have a good Shabbos, everyone. Thank you.
Cantor, did you have any things you wanted to share?
Have a good Shabbos, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you very much, Cantor. I just have to laugh at our congregation. We have so many Judys in our congregation. We've shifted. There used to be a whole bunch of Jeffs, and now there's a whole slew of Scotts. we've got a Michael Scott, we got a Judy Scott, we've got a Cantor Scott Harris, and we've got a bunch of Glickmans and Glicks and Glick. We even have a Gleichmans, and we've even got a Scott Glick. Isn't that something? As if we don't have enough Scotts and Glicks. But anyways, that's it's kind of nice.